Esse vídeo está chegando até você graças aos apoiadores do canal. Considere apoiar nosso projeto no Patreon ou no Padrim. Os links estão na descrição do vídeo e no comentário fixado.
But one of the things when you talk about your anxiety and the people that I've seen speak to you is it makes me feel less alone. And especially these days where everybody feels isolated. We all felt isolated before in our own heads, I've said. So.
Well, you know, I think of you as someone who, again, I'm just not that guy. But when I feel like, you know, Tom doesn't need anything. Tom doesn't need anyone. He has his wife and he has his child. But before that, Tom just, either you didn't let anybody into that because you are a private guy. And I appreciate you always to open up whatever you want to open up. And, you know, I'm always happy when you just talk to me. But ultimately, you know, you hold a lot in, I'm sure. But you go, you know, you're kind of like you do something, you go home, you don't need anybody. You don't need to be around a lot of people. And do you get lonely? Do you feel sometimes lonely even though you have a kid and a child? Do you ever feel like I'm still alone in a way sometimes?
I think there's been times, I think like when we were doing Smallville, there was a lot of loneliness because I didn't know how to navigate that. And maybe I kind of kept everybody away because I wanted to be alone because one, I didn't have any time alone during those years.
And your ex wasn't that supportive, not to bring her up.
I mean, like, I don't know how you go further than non-supportive, whatever that word is.
I noticed that. I just always remember, like, you know, a woman or a man they just need to support each other. And like,
I mean, if you're in a relationship, you want support. And if you're single, I mean, like you have a great support system around you with your friends and your family, but support is very important. Yes. But I mean, I don't mind being by myself. I mean, everybody needs time to themselves. As you know, I just moved and got some more space up in Northern California. And at least for an hour a day, I go outside and I'm up in the hills and the mountains and by myself. And I don't see it as an act of meditation, but it probably is. It just gets me out.
Yeah.
It's my own thing.
É graças a essas pessoas incríveis que eu posso estar trazendo conteúdo pra vocês. E é isso aí, pessoal. Não se esqueçam de deixar seu like, seu comentário e até mais. Fui! Grande abraço.